Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Bri-Bri's Thoughts, and it's kind of the perfect channel name for this because it's literally just my thoughts and they're very random, and I'm sorry if it's not for you, totally understand, just keep on scrolling to another video. But if you want to talk about real life and real problems and sometimes funny things, and if you want to smile, then this is the place for you. So this is the first of, if I can do it all in one, I'll just do it all in one, but it might be like kind of a series if I can't get it all in one. So I'll just dive right into what I'm thinking. I made an introduction video about, funerals and things that you wait to say until after people are dead. And I just kept thinking about that, and I was like, there's so many people in my life that I probably can't even name because I've known so many people now that I'm 32. I probably won't have time to thank everyone, but it's basically a thank you, as if I'm the one, as if it's my funeral. So like a living funeral video. And I won't be able to fit into everything, like I said, and it might be a series. So first of all, I'll start with my parents. So thank you to my father for obviously giving me life and for being supportive, for writing me letters even when I didn't see you. Thank you for driving all the way back and forth. All of those things did mean something, whether I showed it, whether I ever said anything. I appreciate that, and I do know that that's really hard because right now I'm dealing with divorce and dealing with sharing kids, and I know how heartbreaking it is just to be away from them for a week. I can't imagine all the times that you did miss me, the birthdays that you missed, or whatever. I know that's hard, and I appreciate all the memories we made. I am thankful for you, and I am thankful for just you being in my life now, and I appreciate all your efforts when I was a kid, and that is like important to me. I remember it, I appreciate it, and it's like hard because I can't say everything on this video that I would probably say to people's face, but I appreciate you and thank you. And to my mom, thank you for also giving me life. Thank you for being there and for, making things as special as possible throughout your life. Like, birthday parties you always made really fantastic and fun, and you made sure that no matter if we were poor or not, you would make those special events special. So like Christmases, birthdays, like our little banquets and everything, you always made sure to go all out and make us feel special, and that's awesome. And you going through divorces and working all the time and having 5 kids plus some. I appreciate everything. All your sacrifices are remembered. They are appreciated, and I always wanted to be your protector and make sure that if you were stressed out that I wanted to fix it for you. So I still feel like that, and I always want to take care of you. And I just thank you for being my mom. And for my stepmom, thank you for being you, and you're always very kind and welcoming and encouraging. Thank you for your wisdom and your kindness, and just your in general spirit. You're very sweethearted and kind, and I just appreciate everything you've done in my life and treating me like your own. And to my step siblings too, thank you for being in my life and for your kindness as well. And for all the siblings that obviously I have blood siblings too, that I appreciate every single one of you. And I'm very thankful that I have the bonds that I do have with some of you, and for those that I don't have as much of a bond, I always think about you and always wish that there was more to our relationship. I wish I could see you more. I wish that there weren't so many broken things in our family that feel like they can't be fixed. But with me personally, to all my siblings, whether they're step, half, whole, whatever, there's always a place in my heart for you. Even if they're, half siblings that are now ex half siblings, like, you don't even know the family drama. But I just, like, if this was my funeral, this is what I want you all to know, is that I love all of you, and I have a special place in my heart for all of you, for all my siblings, and I love you all the same, and I care about every one of you, and I wish I could save every one of you from any, sad days, hard days, any hurt that I've ever caused. Like, I wish I could erase it and save you from it. And when I left at 18, I will never stop being heartbroken about that I couldn't stay and just take care of my siblings and help them have a good life, and I will always regret that. So yes. Anyways, and to Brittany and Brooke, you guys are like my best friends, and I'm so happy that we are closer now and we live in the same state, and that is amazing. And I'm very thankful for you. Thank you for all you've done to be there for me and to, just be in my life, be invested in me, and care about me and help me through the darkest days. And that is such a powerful thing for siblings. So if you have a sibling, stay connected with them. If you've been astray, like, call them. Tell them how you feel. And Brock, I'm so happy that I got to see you for Christmas like that. It just means the world to me to see your face again, and it's very cool. I'm very glad I got to see you. So, anyways, yeah, this is definitely going to take way longer. Like, I'm just getting through my siblings. It's like already 6 minutes later. But there's just so many people in my life that I could say thank you. Like, thank you to all the people that I've ever worked with. Like, my Menards family has been such a good support system, and maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe your job shouldn't be like so personal. Maybe your job shouldn't have like some of your best friends, but mine was, and kind of still is, although a lot of people have changed over the years, and like it's a revolving door of people. But each one of you that I've ever worked with, like, if you've worked with me at Menards, like, you probably had an impact in my life. I probably still remember you. I may not always remember your name because, like, if it's been 10 years or something, but I remember the interactions. I remember if someone ever complimented me, it matters to me. Like, I appreciate that. If someone ever helped me get through a rough day, when I was going through some really bad stuff, my job really helped keep me afloat. I mean, obviously it helped me be single, it helped me like take care of my kids, it helped me pay for my house, but it also helped just mentally like be there. And people were encouraging. If they knew I was struggling with something, they were there to like just be an ear. They let me cry. I had really wonderful bosses at times that just really were understanding. If I had to break down for a second, which I feel bad about. Because like I said, it's not appropriate at all for your job to be a support team, but it really was, and it really got me through a lot. And there was just so many people. I wish I could remember all of your names, but I just appreciate all of you. So just know, if you worked at Menards, like, I was going to try to take the time to like say everyone's names, but that seems impossible because I know so many people. So just know, how about this? If you met me at Menards, I appreciate you. If you worked with me at Menards, I really appreciate you. And if you're a regular that comes into Menards, if you ever see this video, I am thankful for the time you take in talking kindly to me, the time you take in investing in how I'm doing. I also care about you, and I mean it when I say, like, I care about your day, and I care how things are going in your life. And I take the time, like, I think about you guys and hope that your families are doing well, and that I hope that your house is being built exactly how you want it. And I care about all your dreams coming true. And I really care about all the people that I work with and that come into my store, and that, we've all bonded over the years through tragedy, through good days, bad days, and just hearing people's stories. I've heard a lot of people's family stories, their house burning down, or their kids' bad relationships that I've tried to help them through. There's just so much that I'm thankful for. And like I said, if this was like my living funeral, I'm just very thankful for all the interactions, even the bad ones that like damn near kill me. Because I have a lot of bad interactions at my job that break my heart. Like the people that it's just really silly to care, but because I care so much about all of you, and I care so much about the people I work with, I care so much about the guests that come into the store, because I realize that they're human. And I don't always do my best at like being happy and bubbly and smiley, but I do try to like get myself in a good mood so that I'm the best I can be at my job. And I really care about all of you. So then when I do get the people that are really rude and really mean to me, like, it matters, and I care what you think. So I'm hoping that because I've gone through all of that stuff with all of you, that I can it makes me a better person because I know how not to treat people, and I know that I can teach my kids how not to be a bully, and I can tell my kids to not treat other workers in whatever field they're working in. I can teach them how to be respectful, and I can teach them to appreciate each life that you pass, you know, that every interaction matters because every interaction is either a positive or a negative, and you have the power to choose if it's positive or not. And yeah, so that's the gist of how I feel about my work. It's choked on my tears. And so anyways, and obviously, let's skip back to more family. I'm so thankful for my husband. And like I said, I'm going to be bouncing around. I don't have it written down. I don't have it memorized. I'm just going just totally random right now on whoever pops in my head. So it's not in list of like priorities. So don't get me wrong. Or like don't misunderstand the order of like it's not in any kind of order. So anyways, my husband, who is someone that I met at Menards. So that's super important to me. Thanks, Menards. And thank you, God, that our paths crossed and that he is such an important person to me because he taught me how I could actually be treated in a positive way. He's teaching me daily, like, there's not a lot that you need to be angry about. There's not a lot that you have to be upset about. Nobody has to be yelling. Nobody has to be calling each other names. I mean, unless they're silly names, I still do that as a habit. But he's just teaching me literally how to love well and how to live well. And that is such an important thing for me and our children because him being such, like, really a good influence on my heart and life helps the children have an even better influence. And it is so important to not be in a toxic relationship, to not be in an abusive relationship. It's like the most freeing thing ever. And I couldn't be any more thankful for just his support, his love, his not complaining, his just unconditional love that is very powerful, and taking such good care of us and the 3 kids, and he's just super important. So I'm very thankful for him, and I love him so much. And to our children, Nolan, you are a very special person to me, and I'm amazed at what a beautiful heart you have. You're very kind and giving, and you love the sentimental things, and you love the surprises and doing things, sweet things for me that you don't know. Maybe, like, I may not be able to express it all the time of how the things you do does impact me, and it does matter, and it does, like, fix my heart. And you know, the special little grabbing a flower and giving it to your dad, or making me hot cocoa when I was sad, or whatever those little things that you do, I do notice, I do care, and I see you, and I love you, and I appreciate you. And to Emily, I love you so much, and you're an amazing, smart girl, and I am so proud of all the things that you're going through, that you are making it, and you are strong and wonderful. And Ariana, I'm so thankful for all the hugs and kisses you give me, and how you will never stop wanting to be held, and you always want to sit on my lap. I do love it, and I appreciate you loving me so much. And I could go on for like 3 hours about my kids, so I'll stop there and maybe make individual videos someday. But anyway, all my kids are very special in their own way, and I love them all so much equally. And I'm very thankful that even on the days, like my worst days as a parent, where I don't feel like I deserve kids at all because, you know, I screwed up, or I yelled, or I swore, or something, they always make sure to tell me that they love me and that I'm the best mom in the world. And it's like, it's the biggest gift ever to know how your kids look at you, and to feel that unconditional love, that even when you mess up, they're still there and they still love you. And it's super powerful. I'm sorry, this is like such an emotional video, but I just feel like it needs to be done. And I really encourage everyone to do this, and it doesn't have to be public, it doesn't have to be the weird kind of style that I'm doing. Um, but it's super important that, you know, we all are going to die someday, and we all are, you know, gonna lose somebody, and why not say all the things that you want to say while you're alive and just make their day. So let's skip to grandparents. I am so thankful for my grandma. She is like our angel. She's so steady and just a true, like, I don't know how she stays calm about everything in her life. Like, she's just somebody that you don't ever see fall apart, and I don't know if that's healthy. But she's just been a very steady person. Like, she's the kind of person that you come home to. Like, if you don't have a home, she's that rock that you can come home to, and it's been very special to me. So, Grammy, I love you. Thank you. And I love everyone on here. If I haven't said it directly, like, I love everyone, and I'm thankful for you. And my grandpa, he is no longer with us, and I am very thankful that before he died, I got to live with him for like 3 years, and it was cool. Like, he had a stroke, and I felt like sometimes, besides my grandma, it seemed like I was the only one that really understood. I mean, I was not the only one, like, not to take away from any other family members, but I just felt connected to him. Like, I learned how to learn his language, basically. Like, it felt good to, like, know what he was saying, because he really couldn't talk. You could only hear, like, every other word, and it wouldn't always come out right, and he had to use a lot of gestures with just one hand, because only one hand worked. He really made an impact on my life, just living with a stroke victim, for sure, because I think about it all the time, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but he shaped the way that I treat older people. He shaped the way I treat people with any kind of handicaps. Like, he really made me very sympathetic and made me very understanding when I see someone like that. Anytime I see someone with, like, only one arm working, it's just, like, it's very impactful to me, and very, like, I don't know, it just changed the way my brain works about that stuff, and I think for the better, because otherwise I would have been like, ew, you're old and you're broken, and, like, get away from me. And that sounds terrible, but I know a lot of people feel like that, because I can tell the way people treat others. If they're not working properly, and they're like, oh, they're so impatient, and they're just like, hurry up, you know, stop being old and move it, you know. And people really treat others like that, and so he really helped me be understanding, help me know what it's like to live like that, and help me to treat people that I work with, like, that I see at work and stuff like that, with so much more grace and patience and understanding. So thank you for that, and I love you, and I can't wait to see you in heaven. And let's see, for all my other grandparents that are not with me anymore, I appreciate you and all the memories I have with you. And let's see, who else? Oh, this is awkward. But, you know, everyone has people in their life that they could have lived without. They all have people in their life that they're like, wow, I really don't miss those interactions, or wow, I really could have lived without those bad memories of those people. But, I mean, they were there for a reason. I don't always know why. It could be to make you stronger, better, whatever. Sometimes bad people in your life make you bad and, like, turn you into a serial killer or a rapist or a wife beater or something. So I don't, like, really believe that they should be there if they cause you to turn into a psychopath. But in my life, at least, I have learned a lot from all the people that were a negative person in my life. So let's just say people that were in a former relationship with me. I appreciate anything kind that you did do. So basically, to any ex people, I appreciate any efforts of being kind to me, because you were in my life for some reason, and your efforts of kindness to me, I'm sure I remember, and I do appreciate whatever it was that I learned from you. I am thankful for, and I basically forgive everyone. Whoever has hurt me, I forgive you. And if I've ever hurt anyone, please forgive me, because I'm sure my intentions were usually good, and I don't ever purposely be a monster or anything like that. So if there is anybody out there that I've hurt, or, you know, I hurt their feelings, I broke their heart, anything like that, I'm sorry for that. Because if I was at a funeral right now and I'm in the coffin, I couldn't tell you that. And so while I'm still alive, if there's anybody out there that I've hurt, please tell me. Or, if you can't tell me, then just know that I'm sorry. And I probably remember if I was mean or rude, I'll probably remember it because I have a really guilty conscience. I usually remember everything bad I ever did and feel terrible about it. So just know that I'm sorry. And I'm thankful for everyone that's been in my life, good or bad. I had something come out of it, I'm sure, that I learned from, that's made me stronger. And yeah. So let's see, anybody else? Friends from high school, I'm so appreciative of you, or from elementary age, from Grace Baptist. That's a whole nother, not so great of an ending to that story. But the beginning of my life was great when I had all my little first friends. And I mean, I remember some friends from before we moved up there. So Grand Rapids friends, I remember you. I remember Andrew and Sarah Beck. Those were the really first memories I had of really good friends that we would see. And Jane, they were people in my life that, a staple memory in my tiniest little baby brain. I remember them. And then after that, it was Emma Parker and Heather and all these people, and Ruthie and Shelby, and they're very monumental friends in my life that, got me through more bad stuff when I was little, or they just were the friends that always listened, and the friends that I carry the best memories with. And it's having friends when you're little is really important. I'm not saying if you don't have friends, there's something wrong with you, but it's so special, and the bonds that you make are amazing. And it's your childhood friends, you can almost never replace that, because you can have friends when you get older, but then there's just so much grown-up drama that it's never as freeing and as fun and as awesome as it is when you're a kid, because you just get to run around in the woods and make all these plans and think about your future and dream, and just you're totally free. So someone's calling. Hopefully that's not important, but I'll call them back. So anyways, childhood friends are super important, and I'm thankful for each one of you, and I'm just thankful for all those relationships. Thank you to all my childhood friends for listening to me, for being there for me. And if I ever did anything to anyone in high school that was not nice, I'm so sorry. I don't really remember ever being a mean person in high school, but if I was, forgive me. I'm sure I was having an attitude and stuff when I was 15 or 16, when life was getting really bad for me. I remember putting up a lot of walls, and I just felt so horrible about what I was going through that it's really hard for me to be nice, just because I was so shut down. That was really really bad time. So I'm sorry for that. But I do just really appreciate everyone. I just love everyone that I know, and everyone, if you've met me, just know that you made an impact in my life. And if I don't have time to say everyone's name, I wish I could, and maybe, like I said, I could make another video and just list everybody's names. But you all matter to me, and yeah, I'll probably end it there and maybe continue more. Sorry if it's super boring, but I just really feel instead of saying everything you would say, I mean, obviously the dead person at a funeral couldn't say anything, and that's what motivated me to say something. It's we all need to say the loving things, the kind things, the thing that we appreciate about someone that is alive. You just gotta say it. Oh, I didn't really mention my stepdads, because now they're ex-stepdads, so it's an awkward position, but I am thankful for you. I do have good memories of you, and my stepdad that I grew up with, I do miss you, and I wish we could still have a relationship. I mean, we kind of do, but it's whatever. I have so many dads in my life, and it's a very strange thing, and it's strange to miss one and have really good memories of one, but then you have bad memories, and it's it's so complicated and so layered. And yes, I have my real dad too, and I appreciate him and his relationship with me, but I also I did love my other relationships too, and it's such a tricky place to be in loyalties. So yeah, I don't know where I was gonna go with that, but I love you all and appreciate all everyone that's ever invested in my life, whether you've invested money in me, whether you've invested time in me, whether you've invested whatever, like from parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles. I appreciate all of you. And even the ex people out of my life that are not really in my life anymore, I'm thankful for the heartache that you gave me so that I know how not to treat people. I'm thankful for the times that you did do good things to me, the times that you were kind to me, the times that you loved me. I'm thankful for that. And maybe you don't love me anymore, and that's okay. Like, you filled what you needed to fulfill, and that's, that was your purpose. And now it's not anymore, and that's okay. Like, I have plenty of people that love me, and that is great. I just want everyone to know that if you hurt me, I forgive you. And if you're no longer in my life because that's what you choose, then that's okay too. And whoever does want to be in my life and likes participating in making memories and just enjoying each other's company, then I'm very thankful for you, and thank you for that. Because there's a lot of people that could choose not to be in my life, but they still do, and they hang on, and they love me back, and it's a gift. Whoever loves me and spends time with me and makes me feel like I'm wanted in life, that is huge. And not everyone gets as many people in their life as I do. And that is why I'm so compelled to say all this, is because, like, I feel like I'm such a blessed person. I have my struggles and I have my really bad days, but, like, I have so much to be thankful for. I have so many people in my life, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins. I don't think I mentioned you guys yet, but I am so thankful. I'm thankful for everyone that's ever asked how I was doing, everyone that's invested time in talking to me and making sure that I was okay. You're appreciated, you're loved right back, and I'm thankful. So I'm going to end it there, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.